Hello and welcome to another episode of Twin Tigers Data. My name's Thomas Kistner, and let's get started. Today we'll be talking about the infamous Bard. What are they? Well, they're crafty, sneaky, skillful, deceitful, and manipulative in all ways. Musical? Yes. Do they only do that? Hell no. They are also known for seduction. They are also known for making the other players completely confused on what you're doing, or they're also able to insult someone and make it hurt. They are able to become anything from spies to assassins to even just con artists and fable spinners. What can they do? They can inspire allies and heal them just a little bit after what is called a short rest. They have access to all the skills and those that they aren't proficient with gain half of their proficiency bonus, while a few that they are proficient with will get double the proficiency bonus. You can counter spell charms that are used on you, and I believe other allies around you, that you can learn a series of spells that aren't on your class spell list. You can wield simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords only. You can only wear light armor, and you learn how to use 3 instruments. Now, the specializations are many. The first one up that I'm going to talk about is the lore, which is essentially one where you learn just about everything. You gain more skill proficiencies. You reduce the chance for an enemy to hit one of your allies or their skill check. For example, if they're trying to break out of a grapple that your ally has them in currently, you can use one of your bardic inspirations, as they're called, to reduce the chance of them getting out of it. You can learn 2 more spells from a different class spell list, and also you can add inspiration to your own skill checks and not just your party members. Valor. You become proficient with medium armor, martial weapons, and shields. You can attack an additional time per round, and you can add your bardic inspiration to your damage. On top of all this, you can also cast spells and immediately in the same round melee attack one of your enemies. Glamour. Yes, this is what it kind of sounds like, the fashionista style. Anyways, you give a certain number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier after shedding yourself in this glorious aura 5 temporary hit points, and only 5. Now, if you perform for a minute with quote-unquote seductive fey magic, I'm not lying, it literally says seductive fey magic from Xanathar's Guide to Everything. And you can possibly charm a number of humanoids equal to your charisma modifier. Now, charming for most abilities, including this one, will only last 1 minute, and also it will drop beforehand if you lose concentration. I believe most of them do. Your allies deal damage to them, or they take any damage at all. For 1 minute after casting the spell known as Command, as a bonus action once per day, you do not use a spell slot. You can cast Command as a bonus action once per day without using a spell slot. After that, you have to spend what is known as a long rest, which is actually 8 hours, in order to gain this ability back. And in order to hit you, eventually, a creature must make a charisma save to try and hit you, or they have to attack someone else, even if that someone else is one of their own allies. Next, the College of Swords. You gain proficiency proficiency with medium armor and the scimitar only. You can attack an additional time, just like the College of Valor. There we go. And also, when you attack, you increase your speed by 10 feet. Sorry. After that, when you attack with a single hand, use a single hand weapon, and only one single one-handed weapon, you get a +2 to damage, which is known as the duelist fighting style, or fight with 2 weapons and add your ability modifier to the second damage, which is called dual weapon fighting. When you attack, you increase your speed by 10 feet and expend a bardic inspiration to deal an extra 10 damage. To deal extra damage to your target and one of the following to add on to. Add the same number to your AC. Add another attack another creature with the same amount of damage within 5 feet of you, or push the target 5 feet plus your result back 5 plus your result feet back, and immediately rush forward to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the target where you just push them back. Now, eventually, you can roll a d6 to deal that much and have that much of an effect instead of using one of your bardic inspirations. The College of Whispers. This is the last one, I believe, from the Xanathar's Guide to Everything book. Now, you can use a bardic inspiration to deal 2d6, and eventually this will become 8d6 when you deal damage. You can talk to a humanoid for a minute and then end it to possibly make them frightened for 1 hour. Now, unlike most abilities where most people will know immediately if you tried to frighten them or if someone tried to charm you, they won't know if you tried to frighten them. Now, when a creature within 30 feet of you dies, you can use your reaction to capture their shadow and hold it until the end of the long rest, or you use it by gaining all the information that character would share with a casual acquaintance. You can pass yourself off easily enough, however, with a +5 deception check to pass yourself off as them whenever someone is trying to figure you out. And you can only capture one shadow at a time. Now, you can also whisper a message that a single target can hear in a familiar language, and they might get charmed. And they do whatever you want in fear of spilling their secrets. However, right as soon as the charming wears off, they don't remember why they were so afraid of you spilling their secrets. Even if, say, their personality says that they can stare down Tiamat, for some reason they're scared of you spilling out their secrets. Now, here's a question for you. Which college should you go to? Now, you don't gain a specialization for this class for at least 2 levels. So, what fits your character the most? How does it make your character seem cooler by making it seem what makes them fit? If your character's having some major issues, how can you make the character stronger? And how do you make it fit your player style? Which one of the colleges do you really think is the coolest and the most badass? Go ahead, be honest with yourself. It doesn't really matter. And what would make the other players in the group enjoy your character more? Sometimes if you don't have the right skills picked out, you may want to go for that lower class and then just give yourself some more abilities to do. However, if your players would enjoy you to be able to hit more people, you might want to go with the College of Swords or the College of Valor. Either way, it still helps you out a lot. Or if you just keep on getting hit tons of times, you may want to go for that College of Glamour, so then it's a little bit harder to hit you. Or like I said before, like I mentioned before, go with the College of Swords and constantly choose to take your Bardic Inspiration and boost your AC all the time when you use that ability. Alright, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And hey, if you want to share my terrible, awful, no good videos, go ahead. I really don't care. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and please remember, game safe.